Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 6 of our Confederate Spring of 62 campaign in version 1.11 using the A.O.M Mod. Now, I should have been opening this episode with a battle here at Corinth. And I actually did open, I was recording an episode, but I totally screwed up the recording for the battle. And so we're not going to be seeing it. And it was a somewhat interesting battle, as morale for my 1st Corps Army of Mississippi and the Army of the Southwest was fairly even throughout the battle, sitting at about 50% the whole way. And it ended up turning into a battle of maneuver. Even though we did have about a 5,000 man advantage on the Army of the Southwest, the AI actually did a very, very good job of trying to maneuver around my forces and then flank me out of my positions. So we ended up with a little bit of a running battle, with the Federals seeing about 1,600 casualties to my just under 900 casualties. So I really wish I hadn't messed up that recording, because that was an interesting fight. On top of this battle, we saw in the episode previous to that a battle at London, Kentucky. Right over here, with the Army of East Tennessee pushing off Morgan's command. And we have a battle over here at New Bern, which is still rolling off. So episodes 4 and 5 actually go from April 13th to April 16th. So these are still rolling off. There's one more day for the Battle of New Bern to roll off. So as soon as that's finished and the Coast Division is out of the way, we'll be moving to besiege the New Bern garrison. So before we go any further, though, we do have 3 new viewer units. And they're all 3 artillery. We have the Wachita County Battery for Dick White, the Jeff Davis Battery for William O'Hare, and the 58th Artillery Battery for Wagery. So I don't know if I'll be taking any more artillery units as of right now, as I think we got plenty at this point. I do need some cavalry units, though. I'm looking for about 5 more cavalry units. So if you guys would like a cavalry brigade, if you don't already have a cavalry brigade and you'd like one, let me know in the comments below, because I'm trying to fill out a cavalry corps for the Western Department. Moving on from there. So I was planning on making a push up to Nashville with the Army of Mississippi, as the area seems to be clear right now. I think there might be an army there, but I'm not too sure. But we saw that Decatur was being flipped an episode ago, and I thought the Federals had pulled away, but they'd actually kept on going south, and they're now north of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. That is the Army of the Ohio at 17,000 men, so I'm going to have to send the Army of Mississippi in pursuit. I'm just waiting for 2nd Corps' readiness to come up a little bit higher, as he's the strongest corps. I do need him on the field. But they are so far south, I should be able to handle them. They should have low morale at this point. And we do have a Federal force up here. There's 2 corps sitting here, Department of Washington and 1st Corps. I really can't get a feeling for Department of Washington, but they're sitting in between Fredericksburg and Gordonsville right now. So I do have the Army of Northern Virginia moving to consolidate at Charlottesville in Virginia, and then we're going to push north to push out those 2 corps. Once that is complete, I'll be sending Jackson back into the valley, as some of the 1st viewer units should be done recruiting here in the next 5 to 8 days. I should have 2 brigades to add to his force to bring up his numbers. Alright, so I think that covers everything for right now. So I'll be back with the next major event. Alright, it's April 20th in game, and it's midnight. And Jackson and the Army of the Valley District have gotten a little ahead of the rest of the Army of Northern Virginia. So we've encountered 1st Corps Army of the Potomac, 1st Corps Army of the James, which I thought was out in West Virginia, and the District of Washington. Totaling 39,250 infantry, 3,600 cavalry, and 70 guns. Now, we're coming at them with 44,000 infantry, 1,000 cavalry, and 107 guns. The problem is, because Jackson got so far ahead of everybody, and I do have all these guys all these corps set to scouting to help get their levels up. My nearest reinforcements are 27 hours away. So we're going to be heavily outnumbered going into this fight. Heavily outnumbered. The only thing we have going for us right now is the fact that these are 3 separate corps. And neither the Army of the Potomac Command, because McClellan's actually out here on the Delaware Peninsula, nor the Army of the James headquarters anywhere nearby either. Okay, they're back here. So they are just out of range of being able to take command of their corps. And District of Washington is a separate... Oh, that's a corps of the Army of the Potomac also. I didn't notice that. So, this should be an interesting fight. Hopefully I can hold out until the rest of Lee's forces arrive. Looks like McDowell's going to be in charge of it. So we're definitely going to take this fight. Hopefully they don't come out swinging at us off the bat, and we can wait out until our reinforcements arrive. So I'll be back after the load screen. Welcome to the Battle of Rapidan Bridge. So we are attacking, and they are defending along River Road. This is the Wilderness map, you know, everybody's favorite. So my reinforcements are 24 and 25 hours away. And I am heavily outnumbered, so I am not launching any type of attack today. I'm not even going to approach any closer than where Jackson's Corps is presently residing on the map. What I'm going to do for right now is set up defensively here along the rail line, along this entry road, because we have this entry point, and this entry point. So my corps should be arriving, my 2 reinforcement corps should be arriving from these 2 points. Jackson came in from over here. I just moved them over here already. So I'm going to hunker down, and quite honestly, they outnumber us, and they got to come a long way through some rough terrain. Maybe the Federals will come out and fight us, but it's already 13:20 on the 20th of April, so the day's going to end here in a few hours. So even if they decide to attack, it'll take them a long time to get down here. So we should have plenty of time to consolidate our corps once they arrive and try to get them up the separate roads without road jamming each other and finding out what's going on up here. So I'll be back once I have contact with the Federals. Alright, so this is going to start turning into an interesting battle here. So as soon as I hit play, it went from 1:30 in the afternoon to midnight. So we did start at midnight, which is kind of a first for me. And I did set up defensively here along the railroad and sent Ashby out just to keep an eye on the road. And look who is over here. Just east of my position, we have District of Washington. So we do have all day still. It's 1:40 in the morning. So my troops will be arriving sometime overnight. And one of my corps hopefully should be arriving at this location, which will put us right onto their flank. So I'm not going to make any move on them right now. So what is the strength of the Department of Washington? Or District of Washington. Oh, 5,500 men. I could take them with Jackson's force. If I come back through the woods here and march up this way. But I do not want to draw the other 2 corps down into an engagement. Now, I know there are more troops back up by the defense point, as I saw some dust trails here, but I haven't seen any movement since then. So I'm going to hold off, as I'm still not sure. We got 1 corps here. I know there's 1 corps here. There's still a 3rd corps unaccounted for. So I'm not going to make any pushes. For all I know, they could be right here along the Orange Turnpike. So I'm just going to let this sit. Hopefully they don't make any moves. And I'll be back once with a day 2 and with my arrival of troops. So it's 0700 on day 2. My other 3 corps have arrived, but as you can see here, they are all ready to break. And this is pretty bad. So I've actually given orders to all the division and corps commanders to start rallying their troops. Jackson's corps is fine. So while these troops are rallying and I get their morale up to a better level, I'm going to be sending forward Jackson's corps at the District of Washington over here. This is the entire of their force. They have 5,500 men in this force, so these 3 brigades is it. I still don't have sightings on the rest of the Federals, but that will develop as the day proceeds. This will probably go into a day 3 affair. So we're going to push these boys out first, if they're still here, and then figure out where our next target is. So capturing the objective is not really a priority. It's knocking out the core. So we'll hit play here. These guys can't tell if they're still there or not, but we're going to start advancing with Jackson's forces. And hopefully in the next 2 or 3 hours, these troops will be good to go again. So I'll be back. So the Federals did shift positions. I do have one of Hill's divisions pushing forward to engage the Department of Washington. Right now I have Jackson's Corps coming down and reconsolidating here at the Silver House along the Orange Plank Road. I'm going to start marching them around up Dewerson's Mill Road and hopefully try to get behind the Federal positions. And I have the Reserve Corps now coming north towards Wilderness Church, just outside of the Chancellorsville House. Now, once we get these boys cleared off, we'll start marching my other 2 corps towards Chancellorsville and heading towards the objective point. So I should hopefully be attacking from here with 2 of my strongest corps and from the rear with Jackson's force. We should not be able to see those guys, but we can. Nope, alright, that's just a glitch. But apparently we know where they are. So pushing these boys off shouldn't take too long. It's just a matter of getting the troops into position. So I'll be back once the action starts. Alright, it's 8:55. We've just started engaging the District of Washington with Raines' division. So they did have skirmishers out, but we pushed them off pretty quickly. Just waiting for these guys to get into position now. Speed this up a bit. Still haven't spotted anybody else yet. I do have Ashby running around in the rear areas now. Looks like I'm clear to send Jackson's force up a little further. I have a feeling Jackson's going to be making more ground than anybody else for right now. Push in there. Come on. Kind of need those guys pushed off so we can start advancing the rest of the forces. That brigade's broken. Keep pushing in. I hate when I get distracted by these retreating units. Just ignore them. Yeah, 250 casualties, not too bad. Time to pour myself a drink here. This is going to be a long one. If anybody's wondering, today's brew is Highland Park 18, which I've actually never had before. See if it has a gift. This has a nice smell to it. Yeah, that's not too bad, almost like an Aberfeldy. A little sharper bite, but pretty close. Pushing closer. Come on. They must be poorly armed because they are not standing up to fire back. So I guess we have them outranged. Wow, these guys are already tiring. Jeez. Speed this up a bit. You never want to play this too fast because things happen that you're never going to see. Let's knock that up to 20. There they go. Get after that cavalry brigade now. These guys can stay in pursuit of the retreating brigade. How's Jackson looking? A little bit of a roadblock. I ordered both divisions at the same time, which is never a good idea. Alright, Ashby, let's put you up here now. Good, that brigade's broken. Now the cavalry's going to retreat ahead of us, and we're not going to catch them. Start ordering up the rest of this corps. Stay on them, break them. If I have to, I'll turn Ashby's cavalry back around on them. Is Munford part of this corps? Yes, he is. Alright, I can send him forward. Oh, did I just order the whole corps forward? Oh, okay, I meant to hit Mumford. Everybody's orders got to get changed. But there goes that cavalry brigade. And there are Federals coming down on my flank. Hello. Change of plans. Change of plans. That's why you never play at 20 speed. You never know what you're going to get. This is interesting. Who is this? First Corps of which army? So you got two First Corps on the field. Just says First Corps. Could be Army of the James or Army of the Potomac. That's a little worrying. Their morale doesn't look too good either. Hopefully they get these orders pretty quickly. Yeah, it looks like they did. Reserve Corps. Let's just move you boys up to here for now. See if anybody else comes down the road at us. Actually, I shouldn't be sending them there. Let's... Are these works even built? Doesn't even look like it. No, they did not build these works, and it doesn't look like I can finish them either. I think that'll be a better position for us anyway. We'll pause this here since we're in a little bit of a lull, and I'll be back once this attack starts coming in. Alright, it's 11:10 in the day, and it looks like, I'm not positive, but it looks like they have both their corps headed this way right now in pretty spread out fashion. I'm a little worried about these troops back here reforming on us, but I do have Munford keeping an eye on them. If they do reform, their morale will be low, and the cavalry should be able to handle it. I do have Magruder's right wing counter-marching back around to Chancellorsville House to hopefully come in on the rear and flank of the corps that are arriving. And I do have the Reserve Corps continuing down Mineral Spring Road here to about this point, and I'm hoping to come in down the road here behind the corps that are in this area. I am continuing to scout with Jackson. If both their corps are there, I should be able to have a nice little encirclement going on. So I just need to move Ashby a little bit more forward, but I'm waiting for Jackson's command to catch up so I can give him some more timely orders so I don't lose the brigade altogether. But the way they're coming on to us right now, we should be good. But we'll see. We will see. It looks like we got a lone battery coming up the road over here. Actually, you know what? We're going to start swinging these guys out so we get a better shot at this open road here. We'll still have cover, and we should be able to lay in some good damage. Yeah, I don't know what this battery's thinking, but they're about to get hammered. Guys doing. I did push this division forward just a little bit better, trying to get a better link between these two forces because I had a big gap over here. Those guys are not reforming yet. I wonder how long it would take the AI to figure out the reserve corps is moving towards their rear. Batter's got 3 inches. I got to change that. But I haven't captured a lot of Napoleons. Apparently, the Federals really aren't using them. They're catching a lot of 3 inchers and Parrot rifles. Why is your morale bad? Looks like we might have a little bit more of a lull here, so I'll be back. Alrighty, it's 11:56, and it looks like the Federals are actually trying to mass up for an attack. It'll be a big push if they do. They got everybody on their way here, which has worked out for me. So Jackson's Corps does have orders to move up onto the objective point. And once the reserve corps is in position, I'm going to swing them in back here to shut the door. Trimble's brigade did break. I don't know why, because they did a lot of shooting, didn't get much in the way of return fire, but they did break. So right now there's a couple of small skirmishes going on, nothing too crazy. And it looks like we got some fog moving in on us now. That's always helpful. Need the right wing in position, but they're still back here. Want to start getting that divisions up on line here. No, I don't want to move them from there. Is that brigade in range of you guys? Yes, it is. As you can see, I got forces all over the place right now, but shaping up to be an interesting battle. Their morale is not doing very good. I just noticed that. Oh, their morale is at 25. All I gotta do is push. That's exactly what we were gonna do. There is no reason to sugarcoat this battle. No, don't want you going that way. this fog looks like it wants to turn into a thunderstorm. Got the morale down to 21.7. Boys out in the battle line. The other division's got to pass through them still. Well, these brigades not doing so hot. These guys are just laying down, taking it. You guys advancing that brigade. Rally your men. I don't know why these guys are getting ready to break. And then went to Elsie. All we gotta do is push a little harder and we have this. Choppy now. Federals probably have a lot of orders going out. The hell is Kelly's brigade doing? What the? Whatever. And there went Early's brigade. Okay, maybe I pushed a little too soon. My troops are retreating into them. Isn't that awesome? I hope this isn't like the Battle London, where I had their morale down to 0 and they still didn't retreat off the field. You guys doing? Still advancing? And there went Rhodes' brigade. That's not good. Oh, come on. You guys aren't even taking that many casualties, but the training is still poor. It's still only in April, so no one's got any training yet. Oh, that's a detachment running those guns. I should have just ignored them. You know what? No. Bad spot. Bad spot. Fall back. Come on, guys. Get on up here. Just lost sight of that brigade. Alright. Fog's not helping us. There they are. Those guys are in canister range, very good. That brigade's broken. We almost have this. It's almost in our all the way in our favor. Honestly, this would probably go on a little bit longer if the AI hadn't come out to attack me. And this had developed into a day 3 when they had better morale. This would have been a much more interesting fight. And there they go. We are not going to pursue. We're just going to let this one run out. Hit that times 20. There we go. I was hoping for a much more interesting fight. Like I said, if the Federals hadn't attacked and they let this go to a day 3, this would have been a much better battle, especially if they'd stayed in a defensive position. But we took down 2,400 or 38,000 infantry, 150 to 3,600 cavalry. We got 60 or 90 guns. We're told 2,700 men of their 43,000 man force. We lost 1,400 of our infantry, 0 of our cavalry, 1 of our guns. For a total loss of 1,436 men of our 46,618. Where's my battle save? There it is. Let's go over the paperwork real fast. Alright, left wing. We'll go from bottom to top. Mumford's Brigade did nothing. Ewell's Division. Rhodes Brigade did 328 to infantry, 7 artillery for total 339. Early's Brigade did 224 to infantry, 17 to artillery for a total 246. And the King William Artillery did 139 to infantry, 9 to artillery for a total 152. Division total 737. Early's Division, nope, that was Early's Division. Ewell's Division. Elzey's Brigade did 136 to infantry, 21 to artillery for a total 157. Trimble's Brigade, which broke for no apparent reason, did 7 to artillery. I think he might get defamed because he broke for really no reason. If he didn't get defamed, I'm relieving him. No matter what, he's lost his command. Taylor's, because he also broke at the last battle they were in too. Taylor's Brigade did 168 to infantry, 58 to artillery for a total 231. Ewell's Artillery did 167 infantry, 72 artillery for a total 239. Division total 634. Rains Division. Wheeler's Brigade did 444 to infantry. Rains Brigade did 318 infantry, 81 to cavalry, for a total 400. Virginia Militia did 220 infantry, 27 to cavalry, for a total 247. And Matthews Artillery did 33 to infantry, plus up to 35, so we had a command staff, total 1,126. Jackson's Army did nothing, and right wing only got 8 infantrymen. Who hit that? Probably one of their batteries. Yeah, McLaw's Artillery. Alright. Get closed out of here. So, I was a little surprised that the Federals did come out to play. And like I said, if they hadn't attacked, that would have been a much, much different battle. If they... Once again, it was 3 separate corps. Even though two of them are from the same army, each corps commander is going to do their own thing because the army commander's not on the field. I mean, as you saw, the District of Washington, which was only 5,500 men, was totally isolated from the other two corps. So, without an army commander on the field, the AI does not coordinate. And that would be realistic, basically, as, the corps commanders are not going to play well with each other, as everybody thinks they should be the boss when there's no boss around. So, that's what we get for that. So for all that maneuvering, I really thought we were going to have a much, much better battle. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Alright, so the Battle of Rapidan Bridges ended with the 1st Corps Army of the James, 1st Corps Army of the Potomac, and the District of Washington Army of the Potomac retreating. The enemy has reportedly suffered total casualties of 2,719 men. There are 472 killed and 396 captured. Our casualties total 1,436 men, with 266 killed, 467 missing, and the rest wounded. We captured 1,114 rifles and 19 guns from the battlefield and sent 402 soldiers down to our prison camps. Looks like General Wadsworth from the Union lost face. I gotta take a look at Trimble. He didn't lose any renown, but I think I gotta take him out of command, because that's 2 battles in a row that he broke right off the bat. And it looks like we took down Brigadier General Hexamer. So, early loss for the Federals there. So I think we're gonna let this episode roll on a few more days. I don't think there's gonna be any more action for April as I launch that attack. And we are besieging the New Bern garrison right now. The only thing that should be coming up is us chasing down the Army of Ohio, which I don't know if we're going to catch up to it, because it seems to be continuing to move south. They are flipping Tuscaloosa, but I do have the Army of Mississippi minus 1st Corps in pursuit. So, we'll pause this here, and I will be back. So it's April 22nd. We do have 2 viewer units that are ready to go. So I'm sending the Georgia's Elite Regulars to Jackson's Army of the Valley District. And they're going to be the 1st Brigade of a 3rd Division for their force. And we also have the 1st Time Guard, which is Worms' unit, ready to go. And I believe I'm going to send them to AP Hill. DHL, my bad. Yeah, so Early's division needs a fill-out brigade, so the 1st Time Guard are going to be the part of the 1st Division of DHL's left wing. More brigades are coming up, some sooner than others. 1st Old Georgia Heavy Artillery is going to be ready. I'm going to be sending them over to Jackson's command also, but they're not going to be a support battery. Because of their name, I'm going to make them a regular battery. And I have some 30-pounder Powerts on the way, so their heavy artillery, they're going to be getting some 30-pounders. So, all these troops should be arriving here within the next month or so, minus, it doesn't look like anybody's more than a month away yet. Except for Stan Waddy's brigade, everybody else is about a month away. So, those units are there. We are still in pursuit of the Army of Ohio. Looks like they're holding at Tuscaloosa for right now, probably to resupply. So Army of Mississippi is consolidating just north of town, and then once we're consolidated, we'll push into them. Looks like Army of Tennessee is on its way back down. So, 1st Corps does have orders to move back over to Decatur, but their readiness is not good. Hopefully it's up into the orange by the time they get there, and they can draw some supplies out of Huntsville Depot. But my hopes are not very high. We're probably going to be running the Army of Mississippi back and forth for a little bit now. So, once again, I'll be back. We're going to see if we can get this to at least the end of the month. Alright, it's April 29th in game. It's 4:30 in the morning, and our New Orleans squadron, which has 19 cotton-clad gunboats, is closing in on the West Gulf blockading squadron. Just prior to this, we did catch up with the Army of Ohio, but they retreated immediately as soon as we came into contact. So, I'm a little worried about them retreating further south and going to support the Army of the Gulf. But for right now, we're going to leave the Army of Mississippi in place to reflip Tuscaloosa. Give everybody some rest, and then we'll start pursuing them again. As it's been raining out here all week, it's actually taken them quite a few days just to get from this point here to here. So we'll let the rain subside and pass away, and then we'll go after them again. Let's take a look at this battle. Looks like everybody's involved in this fight. I got 19 ships, they have 19. They got way more guns than we do. Oh yeah, this is heavily in their favor. As long as we do damage, that is all that matters. Ships down to 63. One of theirs below 60. As long as we remove one or two of these ships, possibly capture them, I'll be happy. Diana's ramming. Or she was rammed. Oh, we're already out of ammunition. That's not good. And Governor Moore is disabled. Come on, we gotta take out one or two of theirs, please. So I'm trying to get them out of... Oh, who's this? No, 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 no. Do not come and support. Do not come and support. Stay away. And the web's now disabled. This is not going good for us. Could be doing better. Oh, we sunk the Powhatan. Ammo explosion. Yeah, they just got way more guns than we can handle. I think it might be over. Yep. Battle-mobile Bays ended with New Orleans squadron retreating in panic. Engagement was honorable. My sailors inflicting heavy losses on the enemy. Not really. Yeah, we sank one of their ships. I hope we didn't lose the other two. Yeah, we did. They captured the other two ships. And you stay away from that fight. Get the hell back there. They're going back. Where are you going? It's going. Wow. They're going all the way to Sabine Pass. Yep, two ships captured. Alright. I gotta wait for the ironclads before I try and do that again. So I do have a lot of them on the way. All that is red. Okay, we'll let this roll on one more day, and then we'll close this episode out. There we go. March 1st, alright. March 1st, May 1st. Now May 2nd, that just jumped really fast. Alright, so we'll end this episode here, and we'll open up with the main monthlies on the next one. So, if you're a new viewer, return viewer, if you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember to hit that bell icon so that your next video comes out. If you'd like a brigade of one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, state it's from, weapons, uniforms, officers, and I will oblige on all counts if possible. And once again, comments, comments, comments. As always, please do keep them coming. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.